Structure of the presentation. You start creating the presentation by defining the content, what you want to talk about, and defining also the structure of the content you want to put into the presentation. So by structure, we mean defining the section you're going to put the content into and the chapters, so specific topics you want to talk about, connected somehow to the sections. I'll show you on the example of this training what we have defined in terms of sections and how we went from sections to chapters and later on messages. So the training you're taking, we initially divided into 8 sections. So the first one, obviously, introduction, where we talk about what the course will be about and the general info you need to proceed with doing the presentation in management consulting. Then we had this section where we wanted to talk about types of presentation, how they differ, and what you use when. The third was supposed to be basic rules for management consulting presentation. Later on, we remove it and put it in a different place. Then creating the template. So this is actually the section we are in. So we wanted to show how from idea you get into the template and then how from the template you proceed later on. The fifth section was about showing how to move from idea to template using one of the examples. And next stage is basically filling the slides. So how having the template, you change it into a real presentation. And this section was supposed to be about specific slides you can use in your presentation and how they differ and what is better in a specific situation. And last but not least, we wanted to talk about delivering the presentation, some general thoughts. So these are the sections we have defined. And then as said previously, you have to define also one step further, so the chapters, so what you want to talk about. So just 2 examples of the sections. So section 1, so introduction. We wanted to talk about what the course will be about me, so who am I, then why presentations are important, and phases of creating the management consulting presentation. And delivery of presentation. Then we have rules of delivering successful presentation, executive summary, what it is and why it is important. Then examples of animations that enable you to deliver properly the presentation to the crowd which is not familiar with the content, and comparison of written and delivered version. So as you can see, we define first sections, and then for the sections, we define the chapters. So this is what we're going to talk about. The chapters are not equal to slides. So you can have one chapter, so like this one, and have 3 or 4 slides. And the same goes for each and every chapter. You might have a situation where the chapters are very short and this is 1 slide, but usually in each and every chapter, you would put more slides. Usually the connection is that for every message, you should have 1 slide. But within the chapters, like here, you can have more slides, obviously. So let's move on to the next stage. So defining the messages.